Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have myself a drink and we're going to talk about black suit security. This is the remains of a mango venom. I have some gin here, and this is a grossly outdated Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot. Because I know you guys just love how weird my drink concoctions are. I'm really not a fan of gin, by the way. But I just had an interview, and I pretty much botched it, but I didn't want the job that badly. I need a job, I've run out of unemployment. I don't have money coming in. So, I need a job. Before I go any further, let me say that for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. If you'd be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be doing your part for a better world. Now, I had a video interview for a black suit security company. That's not the name of a company. It's a type of security. And what does that mean? It means that you're a security officer pretending to be a Secret Service agent. They expect you to be fit, powerful looking. They prefer people who are tall. Generally, they require you to be at least 6 feet. I am not 6 feet. I'm too short. And it's a scam. Okay? Why is it a scam? Because you get paid the same as a uniform security company, but they expect you to buy the black suit. Oh, that tastes weird. Now, in all fairness, most security companies way underpay you. And what happened was I was trying to record the interview on my phone. It was a video interview. I was going over a webcam. Sweetheart, I just fed you. Eat your food. And I wanted, but for some reason the recording app just wouldn't record. I don't know. It said that there was no space for recordings. I kept trying to press it to record, and the interviewer finally just says, maybe 3 minutes into the interview, I'm going to let you go. It seems like you're distracted. I was like, okay, because I really didn't want the job anyway, because you know what? In order for me to get this job, they are going to expect me to spend $100 to buy a suit. And it's like, yeah, okay, it's better to have a job than not, but this is one of those things where it's like, you buy a suit, and then they expect so much out of you. It's like when I applied for the job, one of the questions was, do you work out at least 4 times a week? Okay. The answer is no. Do you consider yourself obese? And yes, I do. I'm 350 pounds. I'm a big fat dude. So right out of the gate, these guys are basically going, well, for this job, we're going to expect you to beef up and trim down. You have to be this big hulking monster that people are intimidated by, because that's our brand. All right? But despite the fact that you've got a secondary job working out and being fit to be the person they want you to be, they don't pay you for those hours. You don't get extra money. It's not like you can go to the gym and log your gym hours and be like, yeah, pay me for that. It doesn't work that way. And the job didn't pay that well. It paid about average for a security position, But it's like, this is one of those, like, every now and again you run into one of those jobs where it's like, oh, you're not allowed to read on post. You're not allowed to be on your phone. It's like, yeah, okay. But that's not what you're paying for. Okay. When I started security, which was in 1998, a real job started at $50,000 a year. Security is not a real job. Now that's more along the lines of $100,000 a year because of, inflation and all. But it's just one of those things that, I worked a job where you had to get, first you got to be hired by the company. Then you had to be cleared by the client. Nimbus. Then you had to be cleared by a third-party company. And finally, you had to be cleared by the FBI. So, this job was one of the lowest paying the company had. Job didn't even pay... Nimbus, you're making a mess. Job didn't even pay $20 an hour, but it should have paid at least $35 in the economy of 2024. All right? And to make matters worse, every week there were new rules. And you were constantly undergoing training that you weren't paid for. I mean, you could kind of get it done on duty, but, you basically took your break. Your break time was sacrificed to do this additional training. And it's one of those things about jobs modern day. We all need one, so it doesn't matter how bad they get, so long as you pay your bills, you're going to take that job. I remember I once applied for a company that paid minimum wage and employed you as an independent contractor. And the problem with that, of course, was that you could not get overtime as an independent contractor, and it was illegal. So, this whole thing about it being against the law was just something the company didn't care about. And, I had wound up reporting them to the Bureau because, that's stupid. Why would you do that? But, it's like black suit security. I have never heard of a black suit security company where they give you the suit. Your uniform is a black standard suit. But, it's like you could go to the Goodwill and get yourself a black suit. That's fine. They don't provide it for you. And it's one of those things about security companies. If they don't provide you with the uniforms, they're not a good company. Now, I don't mind going out there and getting my own uniforms. In fact, most of the time I prefer it. I worked a company where they provided me white shirts. I provided me with cotton white shirts because I didn't like the synthetic. And they didn't fit my neck anyway, so I would have had to send them back. But the thing about those is that, they did provide the uniforms. You didn't have to buy your own uniforms. You just bought better uniforms because you wanted better uniforms. But, it's like normally the company provides the jacket and the shirt at least. And, they will provide the pants. I've dealt with some companies that say, no, you wear our stuff exclusively. And I've dealt with others that say, we won't even give you a pair of pants. We'll just give you one shirt, and you're responsible for cleaning that. But, I need a job, which is the only reason I applied for this job. Okay, I recognize the fact that I need a job, and this job would be better than not having a job. But only just. It would probably be a pretty unpleasant job. I don't think I'd have it for long. But that's that's one of those things about the modern economy and security. It's like armed guards. A lot of companies want to provide you a weapon. A lot of companies want you to provide your own. Okay? And some people just like owning guns. So yeah, no, you'd rather have your own tack. That's a thing. But the company should still provide you with it if you want it, if you needed them to. It's like, yeah, I could get a job where they say, you're going to need $700 worth of equipment. And I remember there was one time I was on duty as a security officer, and a guy rolled up and said, "Hey, I'm quitting. Do you want to buy any of my security stuff?" And we were like, "Nah, dude, he really shouldn't have tried to sell his security stuff unless he really needed them." Is that something in there? Yes, that's something in there. How did that get in there? Anyway, he really shouldn't have sold his security stuff until, maybe a year or two later and he knew he was secure in the other job. But that's just security for you. These black suit companies, they want you to dress up and pretend to be Secret Service. And it's dumb. The client likes it because they're getting something they're not really paying for. But you the guard, you're screwed. Anyway, thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm Richard. Hey, Astro, did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Yeah, Nance, I heard the food was good, but it had no atmosphere. Now that was a corny joke, but you know what isn't a joke? A clean environment. And this channel will buy one of these bracelets I'm holding from 4Ocean for every 1,000 subscribers it gets. So you should comment, like, and subscribe. Support us so we can support a better world.